Why, hello there, RAC students. I'm super excited to see you today. This is going to be one of the last lessons we do together. So we have our lesson for today, our lesson tomorrow, and then only 2 more lessons next week, and then we're done. So I want to make sure that you are all set and squared away with the rest of your power words that we did not get a chance to learn yet. And I want to make sure that I teach you some really fun games that you can do throughout the summer. So we're going to talk about some water play, some chalk, and just ways that you can get outside and get moving and make sure that you are learning and using your brain, but still having fun. So let's get started. This is not true. I forgot to change the title. This is lesson 22, not lesson 1. I'm going to shrink my face so you can see all of the words here. There we go. All right. Let's read them as fast as we can. Remember, do we sound out our power words? No. Sometimes you can look at the first letter, but that's really it, because power words we need to know like that without sounding them out. Ready? Go. Do, one, live, there, know, all, like, where, yes, we, are, look, of, in, big, lots, by, is, can, here, I, be, the, this. All right, so now we're going to practice 3 words today, and these 3 words are the words that most students get confused a lot with their 1G words. So let's see if we can figure out what they are. They all start with W. This is our first word. This is the word went. Repeat after me. Went. Could we make a sentence using the word went? I'm going to try making a sentence using the word went. Here we go. I went to the store to get some ice cream because it is so hot outside. Did you hear me use the power word went? You try and whisper to someone around you a sentence that has the word went in it. Ready? Go. Whisper it to me. Oh, good job. All right. Now we're going to trace this power word. We're going to start by skywriting it, or you can take your finger and you can write it on like your dining room table or wherever it is that you're doing this. But are we going to use markers and color on the walls around tables? No, we're going to use our finger and just pretend. All right, here we go. W E N T. Good job. All right, now let's see what the next word is because it's very similar to went. This is the word want. Repeat after me. Want. Good job. All right, let's use the word want in a sentence. I want some ice cream because it's so hot outside. Did you hear me use the word want? Listen again. Let's see if you can hear it. I want some ice cream because it's so hot outside. Good job. I use the word want. Can you use the word want in a sentence of your own? Whisper it to someone near you. Ready? Go. Okay, whisper it to me. Nice work. Let's do the same thing. We're going to skywrite it together. Ready? Go. W A N T. Want. Good job. Now let's see what the last word is that a lot of students get backwards. And it's okay if we get words backwards. We just want to keep practicing so we can make sure that we get it right most of the time. Ready? Oh, I don't know why this changed to a capital W, but we're going to be looking at this word down here. Do you know this word yet? Probably not, and that's okay. This is the word what. What. This is the word what, as in what kind of ice cream would you like? Or you did what? What? Can you use the word what in a sentence? Can you whisper your sentence to me? Nice work. This is the word what. Let's trace it together. Ready? Go. W H A T. So these are the three words that students get the most backwards. We have went, want, and what. And looking at these words, I can see why a lot of students get them backwards. They all start with W, and they all end with T, and they all have 4 letters in them. But if you ever see this in a book and you get a little bit confused and you're like, Miss Phelps, I just don't know which word this is. There are 2 things that we can do if we are not sure what the word is, but we know it's one of our power words. And we know it's one of these words. The first thing you can do is look at the second letter. Now, this isn't always going to help you with all of your power words, but if you know it's one of these 3, looking at the second letter usually helps a lot. For example, went and want are spelled almost the exact same, but went has an E for the second letter and want has an A for the second letter. Now when we go to the word what, our second letter is H. H is not even in went or want. H is only in the word what, or at least of the words that I'm showing you. H is in a lot of other words. The second strategy you can use if you're not sure if you're reading a book and you don't know which power word it is to read the words around it. For example, if I get to a sentence and it says something like, I, something, one of these words, I, ice cream, we're just going to start plugging these in and see which one makes the most sense. I went ice cream. Does that make sense? No, not really. What about I want ice cream? Does that make sense? Yeah, that makes sense. So that's definitely a possibility, right? I what ice cream? Does that make sense? Not a whole lot of sense. I think want is going to be the best word in that example. All right, now I'm going to show you some super duper fun activities that you can do during the summer, or really just any time that's nice outside. You can even do it today since it's supposed to be so hot. First thing is hopscotch with power words. So, 1, draw out a hopscotch board. Now for this, you will need chalk and you will need some blacktop, but good news is most people have a driveway or a sidewalk near where they live. If you're in an apartment building, sometimes there's playgrounds or other spaces. So you might have to walk a little bit further, but you can certainly find a sidewalk and maybe even some of the neighbor kids will play too, as long as you can still keep your social distance. And chalk is pretty inexpensive. You can usually get it, I usually get it when I'm buying for our classroom at the dollar store. And you can get a big box. That you can also find chalk at Wegmans sometimes, depending on the season, and at Target in the toy section. So draw out your hopscotch board. Step 2, instead of numbers, write power words. Set of numbers, write your power words. That'll be pretty easy, right? Step 3, toss a beanbag or anything else that you have. Honestly, I've also even just used small rocks I find on the ground, and you're going to gently toss it, and then whichever word it lands on, you're going, I should say hop, not hop. Hop to that word, saying every word you jump on the way to that power word. So you're going to throw your rock or your beanbag, and then you're going to hop, 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 hop all the way to that word and say every single word you jump on the way there. This is a great way not only to have fun, but to get some gross motor movement involved as we learn our power words. This is our next one, and this is super duper fun. And this is also a great strategy that you can use for any content area, but for today, we are going to use it for reading. This is called Magical Disappearing Chalk. Step 1, write your power words in chalk. Or if you had just previously played power word hopscotch, you already did that part. It's already written out for you. Then you're going to get a bowl of water and a paintbrush. You can also use your finger. Just be careful because depending on what the ground looks like, you could get your finger dirty or cut it up. So just be aware of your surroundings. Get a bowl of water and a paintbrush. 3, trace the power words with water and watch as the power words disappear. Now this is a great activity, but make sure that you're not just painting and making it disappear. We want to really trace out our power words to make each single letter disappear. And then make sure that you are saying the power words as you are painting them away to make sure that they aren't just disappearing forever, but that they're disappearing from the sidewalk and going into your frame. It has been so lovely to get to learn with you this morning. I hope that you enjoy playing some of those games outside today. In our lesson tomorrow, I'm also going to include some more water play games because it is supposed to be very hot this week. And I want to make sure that we are having fun, that we are learning and using our brains and staying cool. I can't wait to see you all again, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye.